I think today is going to be just a few of us. So let's get started then. Get a bunch of announcements. Everyone can read them, but looks like Jenny did a rollback over the weekend. So thank you, Jenny. Congrats. And so discussion point from Amy. Amy, what is okay? Q4 OKRs. That's the issue. I was looking at this morning. She is asking if there are thoughts of questions that are worth discussing today. I'll get this as a no. So timeline. In any case, timeline is important because Q4 begins on October 31st. And so the goal for us is to make a decision about OKRs by the end of this week, right? Because then we will have another week, I guess. Where is my calendar? Yeah, so we have another week to complete OKR works, ongoing OKR works, or just to refine stuff, and then the new quarter begin. Okay, so please take a look at that, contribute with your comments, your ideas, and things like that. Amy, have another point. Yeah, that's important. So we're gonna do a Slack migration. We are moving from Slack for Workspace to Enterprise Grid. I don't know. Yeah, there's another name. So this is kind of a thing where they built a global ecosystem where you have multiple workspaces within the same entity in Slack. So things are gonna change. Many things are gonna change, and this epic is about figuring out what is going to break, what will not work, and all the integrations we are using. One we know for sure is the release manager handle, the way we change the release managers group on Slack, because it's based on legacy APIs. So there's not even mention about what will happen to those type of APIs in the switch over. It's not even part of the documentation. So there should be an issue there about re-implementing this in release tools and probably other stuff. So just take a look if you have ideas or things came to your mind that may be affected by this. Just you can.
Do we know why we are moving to this new enterprise mode?
Yeah, several reasons. One is that this will help legal, as I understood, because basically it will be able to create sub workspaces, and then those sub workspaces may have different retention mechanism. So maybe there would be something where, because we have 3 months now, if I remember right. Yeah. This basically, if I understood correctly, will allow us to have something like that's the default one with the 3 months, whatever. Then there will be it's kind of another workspace that that has specific retention, and I think would also allow us eventually to open up for some kind of external workspace, like maybe wider community members can join, things like that. That I think that's overall the idea. It should be linked. If it's not linked here, it should be. Yeah, I think it's in the first issue. Yeah, I mean, not really. Yeah, so this issue here kind of, no, I mean, yeah, is explaining what, so let me just, here. So if I remember, yeah, there is this idea of how can we split the organization with internal, external workspace. I'll call them workspaces. I don't even know if that's the proper name, but basically it's kind of a silos, but then the users and everything are global. So this will allow us to just have one single user and they can interact with other subsystems, call them. Yeah, that's it.
Sounds organized. I don't know. Okay, awesome.
Yeah, probably when, so this was supposed to happen. That's, I think this week, next week, maybe, I don't remember. So it's been pushed back after the beginning of the quarter, because yeah, it was a lot of concern around what will happen when we start this and say release tools will not work. I mean, we were not the only one having concern about things not working, right? So close to the end of the quarter, say just, I think it's November 5th, the new due date, but I'm not sure. Okay. Any other discussion topics that someone wants to bring up now? If not, then let's listen to the release managers. I mean, I think, Jenny, you are the only one, right? So
I think so. Yeah. Let me share that screen. You can see the graphs, right? Yep. So yeah. It was fairly eventful, but it seems that, the rate of the not promoted didn't spike that high as it did the week before. But yeah, we had a few incidents that were still deployment blocking, but fairly, like, you can see that they kind of line up, but we kind of fairly kept up with it nicely. And then yeah, I see that there was, yep, another one here. And we got a few to catch up to for this week. Yeah, pretty much that's about it. Everything lines up. Deployment frequency. I feel like this is still bloated. Because I don't know if this is the norm or these are the norm, but if these last three are the norm, then we're fine. I don't really know how to read this graph that well. We had like 9 deployments on this day. I think we still count like the rollbacks as a deploy, right?
rollback is deployment. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is, as well as
So,
post-deployment migration. When you run post-deployment migration, is an extra deployment.
I see. Yeah, so that's why we kind of have this kind of chart. Because there was a rollback on Saturday, I think. Yeah, that was Saturday. But yeah, other than that, this graph also makes sense. I think this is the lead time. Well, last month that was a bit higher. Did we have a family and friends day here? Not
Was
sure.
Was it the 7th? I don't remember. I think we had.
We did, I think, the Friday before. So yeah, this makes sense. Yeah, other than that,
Yeah, the 7th, Friday 7th.
Yeah, exactly. That makes sense. And we're back to where we normally are at when we have a normal weekend, kind of. Yep. Deployment metrics review. Let's see. Yeah, not that much different from the week before. 2 more blocking incidents is this. Yeah, production blockers. Yeah, a bit more taken on those. But other than that, nothing too out of the ordinary from what I can see. Yep. Any questions? Comments? Cool.
Oh, I have one actually. How did you ended up doing the rollback over the weekend? You just happened to be online? How did that happen?
It was actually very coincidental as like I was going for like a long coffee walk. I went to like Chinatown and I came back. And then as soon as I took off my shoes, I got the ping on my phone. So I'm like, meant to be. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
So is there anything else we want to discuss in the recording? I'll take this as a no.